Soil School on RealAgriculture.com is brought to you by the Mosaic Company.
Hi, I'm Bernard Tobin. Welcome to the Soil School. Today I am down in Rodney, Ontario, catching up with Andy Kieraszewicz. Andy, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Hey, thank you for taking the time. I want to talk soil today. I'm the Soil School, obviously, and I want to talk about your approach to rebuilding the productivity of your farm with organic matter. And, you know, it's a fascinating story, and we'll get into it. But, hey, let's start it off with a little snapshot of your operation. Tell us about the farm.
Well, we farm 1,000 acres, and it's all ex-tobacco farms, so light soil, a lot of sand knolls that we've had to deal with, and applying my mushroom mulch has really done wonders for my farm.
Yeah, I want to talk about this mushroom mulch, almost a compost that, you know, you've been applying to, you know, some of those sandy knolls, and over the years, it's, you know, 10 years, you've gone from about 1.1 organic matter percentage-wise up to 2.6. That's pretty impressive.
Yes, it's worked out quite well. It's really impressed me that I could do that, because my yields, when I did my side-by-sides, when I first started, I started with 11 tons per acre, and that gave me 60 bushels of corn the first year, and I've never looked back since then. It's just a continuing process every other year.
What is in that mulch? What is the basic breakdown of that mulch when it comes out of a mushroom plant?
It's straw, chicken manure, horse manure, plus a whole bunch of micros and sulfur and things like that. So the analysis that comes back from A&L labs is quite impressive. There's quite a bit of manganese in it. No, sorry, magnesium.
Yeah.
The sulfur, so that's eliminated some of the micros that I also put into my starter fertilizer.
Now, you've got 1,000 acres, and obviously you've got some really nice black dirt here, and you've got those sandy knolls, and you know, it's, you know, you use commercial fertilizer on a lot of this ground, but you know, there's 500 acres that you bring in your compost every year. Talk about how much compost you're using and how you're applying it.
So through my years of experience, I've tried the 11 ton, I tried 6 ton. I have figured out that an 8 ton application seems to work the best, and it supplies me enough phosphate and potash that I don't have to use any commercial fertilizers. So where I do the compost, I'm still putting 120 pounds of starter down and then just topping up with 125 pounds of nitrogen, and it'll grow the crop, it seems, without any shortages of anything, because its analysis is like 20, 18, 18 per ton, or compared to a pound of fertilizer, so you go times 8 is what you get in nutrients per acre.
Yeah. Talk about, I guess, the investment. You talked about, you know, it's $70 an acre above what you would invest in commercial fertilizer, but you're getting 2 years and there's a lot more bang for that buck.
That's right. The initial cost is $70 more per acre the first year, but the second year, when I don't apply the compost, I reduce my commercial fertilizer by that same $70. So in the 2-year program, it's the same money spent as commercial fertilizer. It's an awful lot of work. I spend 18 days with compost where I could spread commercial fertilizer on those same acres in 2 days.
Yeah.
So, and there's been a large investment. You need a proper manure spreader, a proper loader. So there was a $150,000 investment in the equipment to use this product.
Yeah. But no denying the return here. And you mentioned earlier off screen that you were variable rate planting a lot of corn on your acre, on your farm. 30%. You've pulled that back to only 5% now because you've been able to up the populations on that rehabilitated area.
That's right. So I see when I'm the person applying, I'm the person planting, I'm the person combining. I have been able to shrink my poor areas from 30% to 5%, and my farm yields are like 227 bushels per acre. That's just, to me, on eroded tobacco sand,
Wow.
is just kind of unheard of.
And over the whole farm, I mean, you've that holistic approach, shall we say? I mean, you've taken a lot of this ground, which would be drought prone, would be really stressed ground without that organic matter, and brought it all up to a high level.
That's right. The water holding capability is just phenomenal compared to what it used to be. So just, I am quite impressed with it.
Yeah. Hey, and you mentioned you apply before corn, after soybeans. You don't put this mulch on in front of soybeans.
No, I tried doing even a lower rate, but the soybeans went vegetative, 5 foot high, no yield, just an awful lot of straw to put through the combine. So just too much nitrogen, too much fertilizer for soybeans.
Yeah. So Andy, another thing is liming. This really changes the amount of lime you need for this farm.
Yes, that's right. In 2010 and previous years, our sand has always taken a lot of lime to keep it where it should be. We've always variable rated. So in 2010, before I started the compost, I had to purchase 280 tons of lime. After soil testing 5 years later, I only needed 40 tons lime. After 10 years, it was only 4 tons of lime. Its pH is 7.1, so it's actually acting as a liming agent and keeping my soils basically neutral.
Pretty impressive. Final question for you, and that is, hey, what has this meant to this 1,000-acre farm here, Andy? Being able to put that organic matter back into the soil. What has it meant for overall production, and I guess the future of this farm?
I've been able to build up my average yields to where I never thought I could be. It's just phenomenal what those sand knolls will produce now. I don't see as much droughty prone areas, things like that. The fertility levels are quite high just off of the compost. Every 3 or 4 years, I might have to top up the potash a little bit, but I get enough nitrogen and phosphate basically that I don't have to add hardly anything.
Well, Andy, I really appreciate you taking the time to share your story with us today. Pretty impressive stuff. Thanks for taking the time for Soil School.
Thank you.